Why is it so easy to please your partner, yet so hard to ask for what you desire? Maybe you can relate. You don't really know what you want in the bedroom and you end up pleasing your partner all the time. Maybe you feel disconnected, insecure, and have a hard time enjoying sex and feeling pleasure. And in the moments that you do know what you desire, it feels scary or edgy to ask for it. So you start reading a bunch of Tantra books, listening to podcasts, going to workshops, initiating conversations with your partner, only to find out that communicating openly about what you want in sex still feels extremely sensitive. I get it. Sex is pressureful. There are so many invisible scripts about what makes good sex that we're still operating under, whether we like it or not. There are so many vulnerable and tender feelings about being desired or good enough, which makes it really confusing to know what you want and unsafe to communicate that. And we often lack the language to get our message across about our sexual desires in a way that will be received well. If this sounds like you, you're not alone. It's one of the most frustrating feelings and one that I remember very well myself. Which is why I've built this course to help you have that breakthrough in the bedroom. In case you're wondering who I am, I'm Haneem. I'm a sex and intimacy coach for singles and couples that are looking to empower their sex life like yourself. I've helped thousands of clients all around the world to learn about their sexual desires, their pleasure, their boundaries, so that they could start to enjoy sex on their own terms. And I'm here now to help you do the same. You see, when I started my journey a few years ago, I also experienced a sense of disempowerment when it came to feeling pleasure in sex. I used to feel that the metric of a good sex life was how much my partners enjoyed having sex with me. But then I started to question, what about me in all of this? I had zero awareness of who I was and what I wanted. You see, I was using sex as a means to feel enough and desirable by my partners. And as long as sex was all about the other person, I wasn't able to embrace the fullness of my own sexuality. So in order to reclaim my sexuality, I had to change the reason why I was having sex. I had to move away from a place of performance and unworthiness towards a place of empowerment and having sex for myself. I quickly realized, though, that changing the reason why I was having sex was not enough to actually know what I wanted and feel safe to ask. And that's when I found my unique solution to the problem. You see, it's important to first get an understanding of the invisible scripts or performance pressures that are holding you back in sex. Only then are you able to choose to liberate yourself from them. From there, you can notice what actually feels pleasurable and feel into the edginess of those desires. Is it okay? Can I have this? Am I allowed to want this? In other words, work on your feeling of worthiness around those desires, celebrating them and expressing them shamelessly. Ever since I started having sex for myself, I have felt more permission to express my desires. And that's not only in the bedroom, but in all other areas of my life. So whether you want to feel empowered in the fullness of your sexuality or you just want to enjoy sex on your own terms, this course is for you. In the first chapter, I'll help you identify the invisible scripts or performance pressures that you're playing out that get you in your head. Then, in chapter 2, I'll help you feel more present in your body so you can notice what feels pleasurable to you instead of always focusing on what feels pleasurable to your partner. In chapter 3, we'll build your sexual self-awareness so that you can understand and communicate the uniqueness of your sexuality the way it is, without judgment. Then in chapter 4, I teach you how to feedback your desires and boundaries in the bedroom in a way that feels natural, sexy, and inviting. And lastly, in chapter 5, I'll show you how to have difficult conversations about sex with your partner that feel pressure and blame-free, joyful, and light. When you sign up for my course, you'll also receive a workbook to put your learnings into practice with all the exercises and reference sheets, a communication framework to navigate tricky situations about sex, and 25 extra scenario cards so you will not run out of meaningful prompts in the bedroom. I basically built the course I wish I had when I first started out, so you can skip through years and years of painstaking performance and insecurity like I did. So, if you're excited about leveling up your sex life, I'd love to see you inside the course. You can find all the information you need to enroll below this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you there.